Hello, my Toto peoples. This is the second try at this video because I forgot my lighter. Torchy McTorcherson. So I definitely was really trepidatious of posting my last video because, you know, regardless of how far I've come, there's always still that inner critic, the ego, the inner demon that says, do you know how you look like in that shirt? So I do understand how much the outside can matter. I mean, I've lived on this planet for 28 years. I've lived through the period where people were, well, I mean, they still are, putting pasties on themselves, and you know, the sexual revolution of the 90s where, you know, we went from genie in a bottle to I'm a slave for you to I want to fuck you, and all, you know, it's just like the romance aspect of like trying to be a, you know, in the dating world pretty much disintegrated, and you know, you get dick pics. I mean, anybody watching, I'm pretty sure they aren't, but anybody watching, do not send a picture of your dick, please, to anybody. Anybody. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody. Only the person that you're sleeping with, and that's only if they really appreciate dicks. Just saying. Just saying. Anyways. So yes, romance, love, loving yourself first over anything, regardless of whatever happens in your life, is like, it's taken me a really long time to get to a point where I was like able to love myself and know that I love myself. I mean, there's always falters, you know, we all have our insecure moments and days, but lovers. But you know, it's like, we got the cards jumping out right and left here. It's difficult to love yourself in this world of Photoshop and falsehoods and dick pics and, you know, people who just say that they like you and or pretend like they like you and put it off like it's something and it's not, you know. That's why I have that trial period, you know. You have to take people through the you know, through the work. You gotta work to be with me, because I'm not just anybody. I'm me. And there's a very high standard for that shit. You know, and some people may think that's crazy, but I think it's just common sense, you know? I don't just want to date anybody, you know? Who wants to just date anybody? I mean, I guess if you're in that point in your life, but if you're looking for somebody, you know, and I mean, I don't want to waste my time on people that are just, they're not compatible, because I'm very particular, and it takes a long time to like get to know this, and I don't want to just waste my time, like, you know, with somebody who sort of understands where it might be but not quite get it. Just saying. Yeah, I'm talking to you. It must be the red hair, right? It's all my nickname at work is Fire. And actually, technically it's very pink, but I'm not supposed to like, it's like magenta, but we're calling it red because wasn't supposed to dye my hair like a really bright color, but you know, that's me. I just do it anyways. Oh my god. Oh my god. I knew it. You know. Okay. Oh boy. Boy. So, I feel like I can't even read this because it's so like obvious to me, but I know it's not obvious to you guys. So here we go. We're gonna try this. By the way, this is my hermit, and this is the Ace of Wands. I did this like a while back, so he's kind of started cracking a little bit. We gotta, you know, soon coming soon, October-ish. Hopefully, cross my fingers. Art show. Maybe end of September, depending on how things fall. So, if you do live in the Seattle area, get a hold of me and I will let you know. All right, so let's get to the cards. Your smile illuminates my soul. It makes me feel whole. There's no part of me that your love cannot feel. Feel. Same thing. From the first moment we met, I'm forever grateful and I count my blessings each day, beloved Jewel. This is a favorable time for matters of the heart. And just wait till you get the cards. You'll know. A time of inspiration and healing. A relationship blossoms. Your heartfelt aspirations now manifest lovingly into reality. Life is forever changing. In accordance with nature's divine will, we may lovingly embrace life's changing seasons in the knowledge that all is it should be and love is all there is. The love that emanates from a beloved's heart is a light that stems from the mind of God, Goddess. Through each other we become one. I give thanks for the endless blessings that is you. It is only normal to miss someone who is dear to you, but remember, love knows no separation. You may be physically apart, yet spiritually you are always united. Those you love are forever present in your heart. I feel you forever in my heart. You are in my thoughts and the air I breathe. You are a jewel, a sparkling diamond. Your heart is like a great ocean of love. Thank you. So, for the cards today, we have the Chariot, or the Lord of the Triumph of Light. These are so, like, kind of cards. Like, shit. Look at that. Look at that. And I did realize I watched the video, and it does not come out in reverse, but actually comes out upright. So I'm going to hold these cards up. It's beautiful. So the Chariot, moving ahead, directed flow. I think that's Cancer. Why is Cancer popping up on all these? Oh, you crabs. Stay away from me. Crabby. No, I'm just kidding. Then we have Temperance in reverse. Very awesome. I love this. That's so cool. This like mixing pot that she has. This like this giant bear roaring face on it. Daughter of the Reconcilers. And this card represents Sagittarius. There's Sagittarius on here. There's a star in the middle / pentacle. She has Hebrew over her crown. It also has Virgo on there and Capricorn. So interesting. All balancing cards, I suppose, or signs. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles upright. So there's like this direct forward movement with this, controlled, balanced, trying to be balanced movement of this, this Earth Queen, and she's trying to deal with, and she's in the upright, so that's good. She's, positive. She's trying to deal with, I believe, probably some money matters, and things that are, at the home. And we have the Nine of Swords, there's definitely a movement because there's this Chariot, and there could be a little bit of imbalance that is going on that needs to be with the Temperance card in reverse, and with the Nine of Swords, it's like all this anxiety and wondering. But the Nine of Swords is always a card that is needless worry. I mean, the Eight of Swords is the one where you can walk out of it, obviously, but the Nine of Swords is always like it's like 9 is completions, and you're like worried about just getting it done, and like everything else is just kind of swirling around you, and you just are not really focused. You're just like, I just need to do this, and that's all I'm thinking about, and then you blow a stop sign or something. So balance today. Let's keep it balanced. I know that I have some errands that I need to do tomorrow that I'm already thinking about. So then, as our punctuation mark, which is kind of like this like ethereal of the ether kind of energy that's not like the practical on the surface stuff, but it also kind of feeds into it, which is why I like pulling them. We have the Lovers in reverse, talking about love, and then we have the Two of Cups. So I think there's some kind of love relationship thing going on, because then we have the Two of Swords, which is about choices, but it's also about Lord of Peace restored. So I think it's not only going to be a choice, but it might be like a discussion where hopefully some peace is restored. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Lord of the Wild and Fertile Land. I'm going to have to show this one to you guys because this one's pretty awesome. And there's that, like, the deer with antlers and wings and corn. Leo, Virgo, and Libra, I believe. Let's hold up some of these. I know I didn't show you all of them, but we'll get to that. So, there we go. We have the Lovers. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Two of Swords. Alright. So, on the underlying factor, it definitely pulls in a lot of this, like this choices or obligations or in relationships energy. So I think there's something going on with a relationship that's going to take a little bit of work, or some decisions to be made, some kind of commitments that you've made that really are needing an emotional satiety or a balance to them, because we have the twos. There's two twos and two. And, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is all about slow and steady moving forward. He's not very much a rash knight like the Swords or the Wands knight. He's going along, keeping, everything going, moving. It's all about consistency, and slow and steady wins the race. But we also, he's in the upright, which is good, but we have the Lovers card in reverse, so maybe there is something blocking this Lovers card. And I love it because there's this snake's head in there. The snake and this, like, warrior, it looks like he's about to cut the head off the snake. And I don't know if you are familiar, well, God, I don't even ask. But I mean, the temptation of Eve and the snake and the lovers being kind of like this, and the snake being this sexual, like, slithery animal that kind of evokes this very painted on, tainted feel of love, because sometimes love or the lovers or being in a relationship does feel like you are falling a little bit out of grace, or you have to kind of be a little crazy to be in love. I don't know if people, crazy, stupid love. I mean, it's definitely a theme that comes along with it. And most sane people would not make the choice to be in love. But it's a risk. It's a choice. It's a complete, like, allowance of this insanity, knowing full well that it's insanity, but enjoying the insanity while it is happening. And we have a little, I like it, we have a little, like, Cupid arrow going on at the top there, too. And I think that's very, poignant to, the card. And then we have a little Gemini symbol, because it does represent Gemini. But the fact that we have a myth where a little fat baby shoots an arrow at two people and supposedly they fall in love. Sometimes, if he's being a little, little fat baby bastard, he's only shooting one person with the arrow, and then they're like having this love for this person who doesn't even, that's completely mythological, weird stuff. But it's kind of like, it's interesting because someone else pulled a Cupid card for the beginning of this week, and honestly, the Chariot is also a card of victory. So there may be a victory in this relationship, but on the more mundane level, it's also charging ahead and being victorious in doing your things, as long as you remember to be balanced. Temperance in the upright, sometimes the Sagittarians, well, I don't know, Sagittarians, fire signs, fire women, they get a little, they set their head on fire and they go crazy. I mean, I would actually much prefer a reversed fire queen than a reversed air queen, because that bitch will fucking say something that's terribly mean. And I say that in the nicest way. It was just a... See? Swords queen right there. But, so this is kind of the energy that's for this beginning of the week. And it's important to remember that we can only build things that will last on a firm, steady foundation, and not go too quickly, too rashly, or too ethereal to make anything be possible. So if you're embodying the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles here, slow, methodical, calculated, and with, a healthy dose of the Nine of Swords, because I have not known any earth sign who doesn't embody a little bit of that worry just for the sake of keeping everything all together. I mean, other signs too, but for some reason I feel like I experience the Nine of Swords all the time, and I have 2 earth signs in my chart. So, there you go. But, remember, be grounded. Do not fall into the worry, and then slow and steady of understanding. And I think that's my message for today. And I really hope you guys enjoyed my special of how I am and my feelings and my journey. And I hope that wherever you are on your journey of self-acceptance and love and peacefulness and whatnot, that you are experiencing joys upon joys upon joys of finding out and loving who you are inside. So with that, I leave you because my cat is yelping and I gotta go figure out if she's alright. Have a great night.